Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to Project SH1T Box, or as I like to call it in public, what do I call it in public? Skippy, isn't it? Project Skip. Skip is looking more like a decent car now. After the painting in the last video, we need to do what we said we were going to do at the end of that video, polish it up, redo those bits of paint that need doing. I'll just quickly remind you what those are, and then we'll get straight into it, get it done, and then we'll get on with the other bits and pieces that need doing. Let's go on what is hopefully the last video on Project Skippy. Let's go. Right, so quickly, we're going to rub this down and redo this so we've got a proper line there. Don't know what happened there. Got a little bit there I'm going to redo as well, which I hadn't spotted before. We got to do that little bit there, which looks like a bit of a run. We got to do this bit here, wherever it's gone, which is where the paint went all stippily, where the bit of paper went onto it. I think that's it. That's all. I took most of the paper off last night, and then obviously we've got to get door handles and everything back on again as well. But yeah, no, it's looking good. It's looking all right. Not perfect, you know, but it's going to be. I think it's going to be a cheap car. There is a bit of an issue with this paint not matching. It does show up more like on the camera, but funny because, as I said in the last video, I've done that bit of bonnet where I did that repair, and it blends right in. So I'm not really quite sure why that is. Whether it's because I sort of I don't know, which I'm tempted to do on that wing. I am tempted to do it, but it does look different, and it does on the other side as well. So I don't know whether to do that, because last time I did that on a beige car, it looked awful. It just didn't work. So I don't know whether to just leave it and say, look, it's had a bit of paintwork done. It is what it is. Sell it off a little bit cheaper. I think that might be a better idea, actually. I don't want to spoil it. Although it does look. Once it's polished up, I'll make that decision. I'll polish it up if I decide to do that. I don't want to go painting the entire frigging car. It's just silly. Don't know. Anyway, let's get on. Enough of this talk. See what we can do with it. Right, made some progress. So we've repaired those bits. That I have got a bloody run in it, which is really annoying. So I'm going to have to do that again. I've just put the bumper on temporarily, it's not on properly. I forgot that I'm actually going to change that bracket on either one at the back. I forgot I'm going to change that because I'm hoping that the bumper will sit correctly. The newly painted bumper, I hasten to add, will sit correctly once it's done. This colour difference, which does look worse than the camera, is bugging me, really bugging me. But I can see that matches the bonnet. This is what I don't get. I don't understand why the bonnet's a different colour. But I've used the same paint and you can't see it, unless you can see it when it's clean, but you certainly can't see it at the moment, apart from the rest of it being dirty and that's fresh paint. You can see that, but colour-wise it's exactly the same. And it seems to be up there as well. So I don't understand. I have got to go off and get the tracking done on our bath now, which is a bloody nuisance because there's things I need to do on this car. So, obviously, so when I get back, hopefully I'll have time, and I'm going to polish this door up, just the door. Just the door. I don't want to touch that because obviously that's had new paintwork. It's going to have a little bit more as well. Oh, fed up now. I'm fed up painting now. I'm fed up with dust. I'm absolutely filthy. Yeah. So yeah, when I get back, polish this up, get the mirror back on, get the door handle back on, get the door card back on. If I can get that done today, I'll be happy. And then we'll have to attack this. I might have to do some of this at the weekend, I think, because I want to get it done. But now you would have seen, when you see this video, you would have seen that I have now got my lift, which is a pain to get out, I have to say. You have to roll it out and plug it in and so on and so forth. But once it's in place and your car's where you want it to be, like here, where the car's here, you know, get it in the right place underneath and get it up in the air, it's going to be a godsend, absolute godsend. But I need to get all this painting finished, polishing finished, lights back in, all that sort of stuff. I need to get that done sooner rather than later. But it's looking lovely. It's just that colour difference. It's really, really bugging me. I may have to do something about that. And short of painting the entire car, I don't really know what. It's weird. It's really weird the way it's gone like that. And I don't think it's, you know, polishing it's not going to change the colour. It might brighten it up, but it's not going to change the colour. When I say polish it, I mean the existing stuff. It's faded, isn't it? But I sent it off to match it, and they matched it 95%. But this looks fabulous. Really does. Without even polishing it, it looks fabulous. Fabulous. Anyway, got to go. Be back soon, hopefully. Right, we have the door handle back on. We have the mirror back on. And we have the door card back on. So it's all coming along nicely. I've polished that, the G360. I've polished it up here as far as about here-ish. That's all I've polished so far. But yeah, it looks great. Looks great. I say polished, I've cut. It's more of a hard pad. I'm gonna go over it again with a soft pad, and then we'll wax it as well afterwards. I've just decided to take this off because it was a little bit bent up, and I'm just going to try and see if I can get this to fit better, because it's not a fantastic fit. So I'm going to do what I can and hope that putting a new one on is going to do the trick. I'm just going to clean it up under there, and then we'll try it. Yeah, that's better. It's all right that side. This side is still a bit shit. I've cracked the bloody filler again. It's a bastard, that is. I'm going to have to redo that yet again, but I'm going to do it with the bumper on, and it just doesn't. Obviously it's going to have to be screwed in there, but yeah, it's a pain in the arse. It's just not right. It's not too bad once you push it back to where it should sit. I think this has probably had some, although this is not a Cat S, this is it, or was it a Cat S? Bloody hell, I can't even remember. But previously, I mean, not. What did I buy this as? I can't even remember. It wasn't a previous write-off because it's obviously been a buy it back DIY job. But I still need to do that. It'll be fine. I'll get it done. It'll be fine. It's just a matter of sorting it out. But we'll get there. We will get there. But it's better. At least the bumper's sitting in the right position. So. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the top 2 bolts in for the time being, because we'll get it up on the ramp when we do that. Yeah, if I can just get those top 2 bolts in, and then I want to polish the tailgate. I haven't actually polished the bumper yet, but I want to polish the tailgate, and then we can get the lock and the badge and that back on again. Right, let's do that. Okay, that is it for the time being. Still got some work to do on the back, but everything's back on. It's all looking nice. We've just got to work on that still. But we'll get the bumper fitted properly. We'll get this up on ramps next week. And get that wheel off, get that wheel cleaned. I'm not sure whether we need tyres on the back or not. I think they're alright, but we might do, I'm not sure. So what else have we got left to do? Apart from finishing off these bits of bodywork, we've got to put a new aerial on, because we can't get an aerial to screw into that. Needs a damn good clean and a polish all over. We've got 2 new wheels on the front, of course, with really good tyres, so they're all fine. We need to do the brakes, discs and pads on the front, bottom arm on the driver's side. Steering wheel's got to be repaired. I've got the stuff through in the post. That's come now, so we'll be doing that next week sometime. But we've come on leaps and bounds in the last couple of days, even though we've still got an issue down there. Yeah, it's still looking pretty damn good, I think. Not happy about that colour change, but it may have to stay like it. I don't know. I might try and flick it in. I don't know. It does look worse through the camera, but it does bug me. We'll see. Oh, ice cream man. Or woman, as the case may be. Right, just as I was finishing then, the battery ran out. So yeah, so as I was saying, it does look worse through the camera, but it is different. Pig of a colour. Now the bumper looks all right. When we come over here, obviously the back bumper has been painted, so we come up to here. Does that look different? Not really. Not really. Maybe, slightly. It is what it is. It's going to be a cheap car, I think. Cheaper than normal, anyway. Not cheap, but cheaper than normal. Was it worth saving? You judge. You be the judge. We haven't finished yet, of course, but still some work to do. A lot of mechanicals. Well, a lot of mechanicals. Brakes, bottom arm, service. It's not a lot, I suppose. So that is it. Oh, it's gone out of focus. That is it for the time being. We'll come back next week and we'll get some more done. And we want to try and get this finished in this video. So I must stop talking. I'll see you next week. So a lot of you have been asking what's happened to Project Skippy. Project Skippy has been parked out on the road for weeks while I've been doing other projects. At least one of those projects you still haven't actually seen. And that project, we've got 4 videos for that project and it's almost complete. Will be complete within the next couple of days. But this one will be coming before that. So let me show you what we're doing today, or what we've just had done, and what else we've got to do. Got the MOT booked for this for the end of next week, so we need to get on. So we just had Paul from Windscreen's Direct has just left. We now got a nice new windscreen. As the old one, as you know, was all smashed. The car is absolutely filthy. With this time of the year, we got that tree there, and we get all sap off the tree. The car, it feels as rough as sandpaper. Now, part of that might be because it's not been cut and polished. We've still got to do stuff with this paintwork. We've still got to do stuff with some of the damage that's still got to be sorted out down here. Yeah, it's lots to do on it still. That light has got to be secured because it's not secured. I bought those things that stick in there. If you remember, I pushed them down inside. I've managed to buy some. I'm hoping that's going to work. I'm not sure whether it is, but I'm hoping it is going to work. So we need to get this car clean before we do anything more. I'm not going to clean it now because it needs a jet wash, and because the windscreen has literally just been fitted, I'm going to leave it to the morning. So I will be back tomorrow morning. We'll get this clean and then we'll have a look round. What we're actually going to do first, I think tomorrow, apart from the clean, is I'm going to do the bottom arm. Bottom arm on this side, at the very least, needs to be done. And we need to figure out what else needs doing to get it through its MOT, as I say, which is next week. So join me in the morning and we'll see if we can get this car finished. Right, I've given it a bit of a wash because it was literally like sandpaper. I'm trying to polish up. It's not too bad. It's not. It feels like there's not enough lacquer on, and I don't really want to go re-lacquering. I don't know. The bumper's all right, and the door's all right. That door has been polished. That hasn't. But I've got to redo this down here. I messed this up, so I've got to redo that. But I need to concentrate at the moment on the mechanics because the MOT's booked for the end of next week. So I've got to go out this afternoon, but when I get back I'm going to make a start. I've got to do discs and pads and bottom arm on this side, so we'll get it down the drive here and we'll get those done. So at least then once we've got those done, we'll check everything else, make sure everything else. I've got to sort out that steering wheel. I have bought that die for the steering wheel, but I have got another steering wheel as well. So for the time being, I'm going to put another steering wheel on, which is just dirty. It just needs to clean. Then we can get the airbag and that back in. I just need to get this mechanically sound and ready for an MOT. So we'll put that arch liner back in. We'll give those wheels a clean up at the back and do all that before next week. And then when we get back, and hopefully we'll have a nice clean MOT, we can then concentrate more on getting this bodywork sorted out. one done. Nice new one. Hate doing that job. Horrible, horrible job. Really hate it. I just noticed I've got a socket still on there. Everything's all bolted back up again. Really don't like doing this job. But it's done now. I don't need to do the other side. I've double checked it. It's not needed. I'm not doing it unnecessarily. There's no point. So what we need to do now is the brakes. Now remember the discs on the other side were pretty shot, or disc I should say. Pads are absolutely destroyed. So I am obviously going to change discs and pads. It was really, I mean it's quite old. The bolts on that, but I reckon I'd like to say that that's probably the original bottom arm. The bolts were so tight. I had to use a breaker bar on almost all of them. Really, really tight. But it's done now, thankfully. Horrible job. And I couldn't find my little fork thing that back there. I couldn't find it, and I was really struggling getting that knuckle out. But eventually I found the damn thing. It's really hot today, and yeah, not my favourite job by any stretch. I don't think anyone enjoys doing these. Horrible job. But it's done now. Right, here you go. New disc and new Brembo pads. I always buy Brembo pads now. Reason being, you get a new pin and a new cotter pin and two sensors. I think you only need one sensor on these on this side, but you get two cables, two pins and two cotter pins, so you can replace them. I do keep the old ones when they're okay, because you know at some point I might need them. There's no point throwing them away. It's on the floor down here somewhere. But yeah, so what we're going to do now is I am going to do the other side. I'm just going to move the car over. I thought I was going to leave it till next week, but I think I'll do it now. I'm just going to get the arch liner in. The reason the arch liner's not in is because I thought I was going to have to move the wing. Now I haven't. I'm going to have to move the door. The door's going to have to move back a little bit. So I'm not worrying about that now. That will come later. Hopefully it will go back a little bit. There isn't a massive amount of movement, but hopefully there'll be enough. So I'm going to get that arch liner in. That's obviously been out for some time because everything down there was all caked in mud. But yeah, so as far as I know, bottom arm and brake discs are the only things that were likely to fail. Not likely to. Those. Oh, I didn't show you the pads, did I? Let's show you the pads. That one has got meat on it. Where's the other one gone? Hang on. Oh, here it is. That one's got no material left. It's down on the metal. And the brakes weren't very good, surprisingly enough. And that is well and truly Donald Ducked, isn't it? So more for scrap man. And yeah, bottom arm bush was all coming out. Apart from that, it was all right. It's just the stupid thing about these. The actual arms themselves are fine. It's just the bushes. Although those ones do go. Sometimes they end up all floppy. But yeah, I also noticed, which I didn't know before, is that's broken. So we'll have to put a repair bracket on there as well. Hopefully I've got one. I should have. If not, I'll probably have to rake out another headlight if I've got a driver's side one. But yeah, hopefully I should have a repair tab. I know I have got some. It's whether I've got one for that side or not. Anyway, I'm going to have a clear up, get the arch liner on, get the wheel on, move the car over and get on and do the other side. But before I go any further on this side, I just wanted to show you, I haven't touched this yet. You see the pin? I can't, it's got the torch shining on in my face. Hang on. You see the pin? The other side was the same, with there's just a hole and the pin was not in there. And look at the rod. The rod is about halfway out. So when that rod had fallen out, the caliper just opens up and the pads fall out. Probably when you're braking. So how dangerous is that? That's ridiculous. That's why you have to put those pins in. Terrible. Wow. So whoever done this brakes last didn't know what they were doing at all. Oh well, lucky we spotted it really. Morning, welcome back. It is Bank Holiday Monday today. I didn't intend to do anything today and the sun's actually just come out. It's a bit on the chilly side, but I'm not sure whether I told you about what happened with the brakes. I can't remember. Maybe in this video, I was very stressed at the time, so I probably didn't film it, although I did take a photograph of what happened. I'll put the photograph up now so you can see. So basically the bolt on the hub that holds the pin, the bolt that is the locator pin for the wheels, which also holds the disc onto the hub, as you can see on that picture, was rounded off. And I managed to get it off 2 days later because I couldn't find those hammer-on socket things. I've got some and I couldn't find them, and I had to order some from Amazon, and I did manage to do that yesterday morning. So today, although it's Bank Holiday Monday and I don't intend to do any work on the cars, because we're up on an axle stand, I just want to get this done. So I'm just going to finish off. Pads are already out. Let me just show you. So that's off, obviously. As you can see, pads are already out. I'll show you them in a minute, completely shot. And we get this disc change. As you've seen, we've already done the other side. So I just wanted to get this done, get the wheel back on, get the bumper back on properly. Then we can move the car and then we'll carry on, and hopefully we will pretty much get this car finished. I've got the MOT, as I say, on Friday. I want to make sure it's mechanically ready for the MOT. We'll get everything checked, try and get some more of that painting done as well. I want to get on the tail end of this car this week. So if the car's not finished this week, it'll be finished next week. So yeah, let me set you up. Well, we'll do a bit and we'll come back. There's one thing I wanted to show you on this as to how I deal with pushing the calipers back, which I'll show you when I get to it. Right, there we go. New disc on. Luckily I had some spares of those. I need to try and get hold of some of those, because they just hold the disc in position. Obviously, when the wheel nuts are in, the wheel nuts obviously hold the disc in position as well, and it won't fall off because the caliper is also holding it in as well. But you know, they're meant to be in there. It's best to have them. Right, let me just show you how it is that I get this caliper piston pushed back in. Right, I'm going to try and prop it up here to show you how I do it. I may not be able to show you very well, but these are the discs. These aren't as bad as the other side, but they are quite bad. So the way I do this, you know, you can buy the tools that you put onto here and it pushes the piston in. These are pushing pistons, not winding ones. The winding ones, obviously you can't do that, and I've got a feeling they are on the facelift. I think they are possibly winding ones, so you do need the tool to be able to do that. Now I did have the tool, but it all got bent up and broke, and I don't really know why. So I did this ever since. So what I do is I get the old pads, I put the old pads in there, and then I'll get a pry bar or something like that, hold on to it, and then this is a bit awkward because I'm trying to get it in camera, but oh, I'll tell you what I forgot to do is take off the cap off the brake fluid reservoir. And I say I haven't got the tool anymore because I broke it, so I should buy a new one, and I will do. It's nearly all the way in now. Once you've got it all the way in, of course, then you can put the new pads in and it'll work all fine. I think that's all the way in. Yes. There you go. If you can see now, you can see that pot is all the way in. Pot, piston, whatever you want to call it, is now all the way in. So that, believe it or not, is an easy way of doing it. So after shearing one of these bolts off a few months ago, I don't do them up by gun anymore. I do them up by hand. I don't want to do that again. Now you can see, hopefully it's in focus, you can see the hole there, just there. And then you put that little pin into that hole. And then if you can, turn it so it's upright a little bit. Just it won't fall out anyway, but it just makes it a little bit more secure. While I was doing that, I just noticed that it's because it was snapped off. There is a sensor this side, so I've just had to take that back out again because I need to get the sensor out. It's because it was snapped. I had it in my head that there was only one side, and because I never saw it and it wasn't included in the pad, I didn't put it in. So I just need to take out the left-hand pad, and you basically slot it into the hole at the bottom of the pad, and then just connect up this electrical connection, which I've got to take off, which can't do one-handed. So I'll just do that and I'll come back. There we go. All we need to do now is just give that another wipe over with brake cleaner. As you can see, the new sensor wire is pushed into the pad. We've got the little pin in there as well. So that's all done, and that's the job complete. Right, it's just started raining, so I haven't done the airbag. We'll do that in the week, because I forgot that the DRLs weren't working, so I've had to sort those out, and now we've got a headlight that's not working as well. But we made sure the DRL, changed the bulbs, I put the nice blue bulbs in there, so you've got a nice whiter light, much more pleasing light on the DRL, on the main beam of the, not when I say main beam, I mean the DRL main beam, not the headlight main beam, if you see what I mean. You know what I mean. So they're working. It's just got that headlight isn't working. It's not the connection, is it? Oh, I'm using the wrong keys now. See our bath keys. No. So it's just the bulb that's, well, we hope it's the bulb. We always hope it's the bulb, of course. Yeah, so we'll change that, not now, because it's just started pouring the rain. First bit of rain we've had for a long time, actually. Believe it or not, in the UK, here we haven't had any rain for a couple of weeks. It's got to be a couple of weeks, I think. And my wife's just been out watering the hanging baskets as well. It's her fault. It's normally if you wash the car, of course, that's when it starts raining. So that's it for now. We'll be back on work tomorrow. Be back on Wednesday, and we'll get we'll try and get as much of this done as possible. Hopefully the weather will be kind to us. I think it will, because we need to do some sorting out on that painting as well. So I will see you on Wednesday. Right, we've got a bit of an issue here. Luckily the bumper was only pushed in. I filled up the water bottle. I'm getting it ready for the MOT. I filled up the squirt bottle and all the water started pouring out. So I discovered that the pump wasn't in properly. So I've taken it all out. I've had to end up swapping pumps, but let me show you on this pump. So this is the old pump. Now this blue one, nothing's coming out of it. Now I'm not sure whether it's meant to. I'm wondering if it's a universal pump or universal body of a pump, and this is used for when you've got squirters on your headlights, which is when you've got xenons. And whether it's up here is the problem. So I've got it coming out of this one now, but not the other side. It's just a dribble, if that. So I'm just bearing in mind we've had the windscreen done, so I'm taking this all back off again, and see if I can have a look at the pipes. Something's not right. So I've disconnected the aerial to put the new one on, and what I've discovered, look, everything about this car, everything I touch, there's something wrong with it. I mean, the aerial had to be changed anyway, but what I'm going to have to do is cut the cable and join it. I have done that before, but it's just one thing after another with this car. It's just incredible. Right, let's do that. I've already got the bolt out. I've already undone the aerial. Just got to drop the new one in. Just got to drop the new one in, and then we'll connect the wires, solder them. So if you remember from earlier videos, I couldn't actually get an aerial to screw onto this. Well, now I've got it out and look in there, you probably can't see it, but there's generally no thread in there. It's destroyed. There's a hole in it. Why? What on earth have they been doing with this? I don't know if you can see that hole. Absolutely crazy. This doesn't look that old, this one either, so it's just fit for the bin. Incredible, this car. Right, we are up on ramps. I've drained the oil, I've changed the oil filter, and I'm just about to refill with the first 2 litres of nice fresh oil. Was it 2.7 or 2.8 litres this takes? I always put a little bit more in, just to take care of the oil filter as well, because that obviously takes some. Yeah, I can't remember if it's 2.7 or 2.8, but I think I do about 2.9. I possibly am going to postpone the MOT Reason being, I noticed this morning when I was putting these hubcaps back on that this tyre is bald around the outside. It's also got a little chunk out of it as well, so that's going to fail the MOT. Now, because I replaced these two front wheels, because the wheels were badly scuffed, I can't remember what the tyres are like on them, so I'm going to check those, and if their tyres are any good, I'll just swap it over for the back, purely for the MOT, and then we'll get another tyre. I can't believe I didn't even notice that, or was that my plan to do that all along? I really can't remember. So yeah, let's get this oil filled up, run it up to temperature, check for leaks, and then we'll start looking at that. Oh, I've got to do that bulb as well, mustn't forget to do that bulb, but I might postpone it, as I say. Right, all filled with oil, all run up to temperature, no leaks. I've changed the headlight bulb. What else have I done? Changed the air filter. Wasn't too bad actually, the air filter. It needed changing. Oh, sorry, didn't show you. Needed change. Oh look, that's when it was done. 6th of January 22. That's 3 years ago. 3.5 years ago almost. I never thought of writing that on there. They don't need changing every service. But it was, considering, should have put, yeah, it's a good idea actually. I'm going to do that in future. Put the date on it and the mileage. That is a really good idea. So I know it was serviced then. That's good. Right, so I'm going to get it down off the ramps. I am going to have to postpone the MOT tomorrow, unfortunately, because I've only got, I can't remember. I know I replaced two wheels. I can't remember if maybe it was the spare that was on, because I only seem to have one wheel. So I think that's probably what the case was. It was on the spare. So I've only got one, and it's bald, just the same as that one. So I wish I'd realised that. I could have got one ordered and got it done. So I'll go and do that now. Get that organised for next week. Get the tyre organised, and then try and postpone the. Well, got to postpone the MOT, haven't I? I suppose I ought to do that first. Because I don't know when I'm going to be able to get it. Yeah, nuisance. Anyway, it's got to be done. But yeah, let's get down off the ramps, go and do that, and then we'll come back. Right, we're doing this bit again. So I've got to go and book a tyre. I actually made a complete and utter ricket with the MOT. I thought the MOT was tomorrow. It was actually 11:30 today. So I guess I've lost that MOT. I'm going to have to rebook it and repay for it, I think, which is really, really annoying. I will ring them tomorrow, but I think that's going to be the case. I've been doing a little bit of polishing today, and it's come up a little bit better, but it's still not as smooth as I'd like. I'm not really sure why. I can only assume that I didn't put enough clear coat on. I think because I was probably... The door's not too bad, actually, and the bumper's all right. And this is much better now than it was. It's not perfect, but I think because I was doing such big areas, I probably didn't use enough clear coat. So I think what I will attempt to do when I repair this, when I finish repairing that, I will completely clear coat that again and see how it comes out. Maybe even use a complete can on that. Who knows? And if it comes out better, then I might redo some of the rest of it as well. But I'm still in two minds as to what to do about this colour. The bonnet, I've tried polishing this bonnet, and as much as it's quite nice and smooth, you can see the transition between the two paints. It sticks out like a sore thumb. It looks bloody awful. It is so different, this paint, and this was supposed to be matched to that wing, so I don't quite know what happened there. So as I said to you before, I have got another bonnet. You can see it actually there, can't you? It shows up more in the camera, but you can see the transition. So short of spray, I'm going to end up spraying the whole car with rattle cans. It's just ridiculous. I can't just keep going spraying and spraying and spraying and spraying. The wing is going to have to be different, I think. I'm not going to try and blow it in, because it'll end up looking like that bonnet does, and it's just going to look awful, or more awful than it does. I don't know. I really don't know what to do about it. But I'm going to put another bonnet on it, seeing as I've got one. I may as well. I'm going to use that bonnet some other time. But what I've got here is the car that you saw as Project Zek that I sold not very long ago. The reason it's come back is because the lady wanted a Extron stereo, which I have put in today. At the moment, I'm having a little bit of trouble. It works. It's all working, but I can't get the damn thing pushed back. There were so many freaking wires. It's not too bad when you're doing it in a facelift one, but on these pre-facelift ones, there were just so many cables, and the aerial keeps coming out. It's constantly coming out. It'll be all right once it's in there. It will stay in, but I am worried about pushing this back and not being able to get it back out again. But yeah, I'm going to have to reattack this tomorrow, and try and feed cables down the back somehow. Maybe get my hand up underneath. It's just I've taped some cables together. It's almost, I know some people, I think some of those phono plugs that are on it, some people just cut them off because you don't need them, and I might even resort to that. I might just cut them off because they're just taking up space. And yeah, I don't know. It's just cannot get. I've had this problem before, but I'm now pushing it in and it's just not going. So I'm going to have to take it all out and then just have a fiddle. As I say, I think I'll probably just cut off some of those cables that we don't need. There's loads and loads of phono plugs for if you have amplifiers, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, we're just going to leave it. But yeah, I'll be back on this tomorrow. Before I'm doing that. Now I've nearly swore then. Now I've messed up on my MOT. It's not so much of an issue. I've also got to make another appointment. But c'est la vie. Right, this is all done. I've locked the car and the keys are indoors, but as you can see, hopefully you can see, stereo's in, it's all nicely pushed back. I should have shown you this. You see that on there? I don't know if it's actually an air freshener, but it's like a little turntable, and it's obviously got a little fan in it, and when the air's coming out of it, it spins like a record. That's really cool. I've got to get myself one of those. I love it. I'm going to ask her where she got them. I don't think it is an air freshener, it's just a little doobry. Anyway, back on this car. Right, what I've done this morning is I wet sanded this. This was, as I said to you, this was as rough as anything. Really, really rough. I wet sanded it with a 1500, only lightly. Then I've G360'd it, and it's nice and soft, and it's got a sheen to it now. It's not as shiny as I'd like, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Obviously, I'm not going to keep banging on about the match problem. That is what it is. But it looks all right. It does look all right, shine-wise. I've done all up here as well. So I will give it another polish with the Maguire's polish as well, like I did with the black car recently. But now I am going to change the bonnet. So I've got this bonnet, which is decent. Might have a couple of marks on it. Little mark there, nothing much. But I can't leave this like this. And I'm not painting the whole thing. And then, of course, it won't match either. So I'm putting this on. Assuming this matches, of course, it looks the same colour, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get this bonnet changed. There you go. That's better. That's much better. It has got a little tiny ridge there. Very, very small. You can see it, but the rest of it's good. There's not really much in the way of chips or anything like that on it. So I've just washed it down and rinsed it off. I'll give it a polish. But at least it matches. So at least, yeah. There's none of that nonsense in the middle. So that is a decent bonnet. You know, I repaired that, and I repaired it well. You can't see the repair at all, but it's just no good. And I didn't want to repaint the entire bonnet. I'm sick and tired of this colour. I think I'll be a long time before I do this colour again, that's for sure. So that is a good bonnet, so I can use it on another car. But when I have a car that I need to paint a bonnet, because I can't get one in colour, that's the bonnet I'll use. I've also got that white one in the garage as well, which has managed to get a little dent in it. So I'm going to try and keep this one as best I can without it being dented, because no doubt in the future I will need a bonnet. And they're always good, you know, I was going to say maybe in this colour, but of course, no. Although, you know, if it was resprayed in the correct shade, it would look all right. This is just a pig of a colour. I can't understand why they told me that was a 95% match to the wing that I took off. Now the wing was exactly the same. This was a new wing which I got at the same time as I got this, which matches the rest of the car, which also matches the one I took off of it. However, the 95% match looks like that. So yeah, not good. Not good at all. Just wish there was something I could do with it to lessen the blow. The only other thing I could do, potentially, I suppose, is rather than trying to spray that into the wing, is get the lighter colour and spray that into the door. Do it the other way around. Is that an option? Possibly. Might be. Is it something I want to bother trying? Probably not. Yeah. So I've done a little bit of work down here today. I'm just going to rub that down. I need to get a bit more filler in there. I keep breaking the edges of the filler because of the bumper, which is a damn nuisance, but there's not an awful lot more I can do. Just got to do what I can with it. Right, I'm getting there on that. It's really difficult, but I am getting there. It's not going to be a fantastic finish, unfortunately, with the join, but it is what it is. I can't do any better. I'm doing this. I'm really starting to lose the will to live with this car now. Like, it has to be said. What I'm going to do now is something I should have done right at the beginning, actually. I don't know why I didn't. Is this. I've got a spare handle, which I've had for ages. And I'm not quite sure. It's part. Yeah, but I think I might have to take this off. Not quite sure how it screws on. Yeah, not quite sure. Yeah, that's exactly where. I wonder why they did that. Probably the thieves probably kicked it. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows why they did it? But yeah. So we'll just get those 2 bolts undone, which look like 10mm, and we've got the new one on. Lucky I had one, really. Otherwise, I would have had to buy one. There you go. New one on. That was easy. Bit fiddly, but there's the old broken bit. So whether someone's just kicked it, never known one of those to snap before. Don't know why we've still got this off. Should put this back on, actually. Needs a screw in there as well. Yeah. Right, I've been meaning to do that for ages. Right, let's get the kick panel back on. Right, I've done that as best I can. It's not brilliant, but it is what it is. That's as best I can do with it. As you can tell, I'm really losing the plot. Not losing the plot. I'm really losing interest in this car completely. In case I haven't said, I've booked the tyre for Monday morning. I've rebooked the MOT for Monday lunchtime. Luckily, I rang up Quick Fit and said I had an MOT which I thought was today, and it was actually yesterday, and I missed it. Am I right in assuming that it's tough luck on me and I've lost my money? Well, she said, no, that's fine. She said, I can move it for you. When would you like it? No charge, no nothing. They just moved it to Monday for me, so it's really good. I was well chuffed for that. So we're going to end this video here. I'm conscious that the video is getting a little bit too long. I thought this might be the last one, but we've still got a few bits and pieces to do. Still got to get some new tyres. The MOT's still got to be done, of course. So we are going to end it here. We'll have one more video, and then we'll get this car finished, and then hopefully it will just sell really, really cheap. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, hit that button, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and until the next one, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.